Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Morgan, and this is Opinionated Moms.
All right, it is September, officially fall season-ish.
Yes.
Doesn't feel like fall just quite yet, but we have some things to talk about. So, what are the headlines today?
All right. So, not much is going on. Okay, Bose got engaged. Did you see
Oh, I
that?
saw that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so happy for her.
So, they finally got engaged. So, now they can officially have a baby. Because remember, she was like, we haven't even said I love you, but we're going to have a
How old was
baby.
she again? Was she like in her 50s?
No, I think she's in her late 40s.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
um I couldn't remember. But that is
I
exciting.
mean, when she was on the show, I want to say she was like 40, like the last season, I want to say they said she was like 47, 48.
Okay, that
So,
sounds about right. That sounds about right. Well,
yeah.
congrats to those.
Yes, congratulations to her. So last week we talked about how Jersey is starting to film. They're just doing test shoots right now. Melissa,
Hmm.
Dolores, and Margaret are doing their test shots. Danielle was somewhere and she was interviewed and they asked her about like these test shoots and like we haven't seen you in any, like are we going to see you in any? And she was obviously very vague because nothing is like set in
Hmm.
stone right now. She said that no one has a contract right now. Nobody has been given anything solid. I'm pretty sure it's just her. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? I
You're
feel
pretty
like,
sure that she's the one who hasn't had a contract yet?
right. I'm pretty sure some of the others,
Yeah.
Melissa, Dolores, possibly Margaret, already have their contracts, but
Hmm.
whatever. And there's a lot of new people, and they are just test shooting with a bunch of new people to see who's going to work. But she did, in not so many words, basically say Teresa has not been included. And she said, there's a lot coming and like it's a great big switch up to the cast. Like she's like, I know everybody's been dying for a switch up and I think you guys will be really satisfied. So she just really hinted at like basically it's a new cast.
Hmm.
I don't know
I'm
how you feel about
excited to see how that kind of plays out. Yeah, it's been nice. I'll be honest though. I have not missed Jersey because it was just way too toxic. So I'm excited to see what Bra was gonna bring and to really kind of spin it to make it more like lighthearted and fun. You know what I mean?
that.
So
Yeah,
that's
like not
exciting.
so not
Yeah.
so not so dramatic, but it's a
Not so
reality.
dark. Not so
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking
Like
for.
we tune in to like escape from our own reality, not to like, you know, have this like I don't know, or it's just me.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. Okay, so OC, Real Housewives of OC. We know that Kiki Monique has been a big topic. Did Katie
Mhm.
say these things to her about Gretchen and the naked wasted being roofied, blah, 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 from 27 years ago that nobody cares about? So
Yeah.
she met on the last episode, met with Gretchen. She went on Carlos King and she
Hmm.
said that he asked her, was it your idea to meet with Gretchen? Like, basically, like, did you ask to film
Hmm.
with Gretchen for the show? And she
Hmm.
said they asked her to film with just Gretchen and she
Hmm.
really pushed to have somebody else there. And for some reason, her somebody else was Gina.
So she gave more context because I did listen to the entire episode.
Okay.
She asked for Gina because she had information that Katie gave to Kiki about Gina. And she said that she felt that in order for this meeting to give her what she needed herself, Kiki, because Kiki was like, I want to get to the bottom of this too. Like, if this is true, I want to see Gretchen's reaction. And she wanted to tell Gina herself the information that Katie told her about the Asian designers. And that's why she told producers that she would feel comfortable if Gina was there because she actually has some information that Katie told her. So she's like, it was me who brought in Gina. So just so you know.
Okay, so first of all, that information was not important enough for Gina to be there for the meeting. Okay, that's number one. Number two, as a fellow minority, I feel like she should have been offended by the statement that Katie said that Gina said, which she actually did say. They have footage of it. Now,
Hmm.
when she repeated the story back, when they showed the unseen footage, when they repeated it back, it didn't sound like that big of a deal. However, when Gina said, yes, I did say that because I was angry, then it seemed like, okay, so you did say it to be obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't like, well, you said you were gonna wear all these
Hmm.
Asian designers and now you're not wearing Asian designers. She said it like it was a dig
Hmm.
at Asian designers.
Yeah.
And she was like mocking the importance of it. And I don't like that. That's
Hmm.
what we're not gonna do.
Yeah.
Because
And
no.
Katie also gave more context to that in her interview with Teddy in the twat seat,
Hmm.
that she said that Katie was she was showcasing Asian designers, but she wasn't announcing it to every time she was gonna go film with the girls because she's like, that's obnoxious. She said, but everything that she was wearing, not like from head to toe, but every outfit or every piece she wore, there was some sort of Asian designer, whether it was from her earrings, from her jewelry, and one of her stylists came out to defend Katie, saying that like literally Katie has been so supportive to the
Yeah, they
Asian.
did. She has two
Yeah.
stylists. They did an interview together or did
Yeah. And
a
it was just kind of like, Gina just bothers me, if I'm being honest. Like, she's literally has no storyline. She can't even admit, you know what? I wasn't trying to be racist, and I'm so sorry if it offended you. Like, that's all you have to do. But her hate for Katie is so big, and it's like you literally are a puppet master behind the scenes. I feel like the audience sees right through Gina, or maybe it's just me.
Also, what really bothered me was, and this, I don't want to be, I don't want to be rude, but this really
Mhm.
bothers me about white women.
Okay.
These microaggression statements that they make. When Katie wanted to do the hot pot,
Hmm.
first of all, I love hot pot. Okay, if
Hmm.
somebody asked me what my last meal on earth would be, it would be a hot pot. Okay, Korean
Really? Okay.
barbecue or hot pot, amazing. Side note. Anyways,
Okay.
when leading up to it and they were talking about it, Katie and Gina specifically kept like calling it the wrong thing. It's hot
Hmm.
pot. Those are like some
Hmm.
of the simplest words that you learn to say and spell when you're like two. Okay.
Hmm.
So I feel like you can get it together. And
Hmm.
I just feel like they were very rude. They were mocking it. They were minimizing it. How angry do you think they would have been had Katie done the
Oh, yeah.
same thing about Emily's Persian New Year party?
Yeah, that she had even no clue about. Like, how long have you married to Shane and you have no idea of his culture, his background?
Right.
Which I was
Now,
like, Emily, you're a
I mean,
joke.
she said that Shane like doesn't really tap into that side. So if he's not tapping into it, I can understand she doesn't tap into it, but don't try to throw an entire event and you don't even, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm
exactly.
not gonna go throw like a Mexican theme party. I'm not Mexican. I don't celebrate Mexican holidays. It's not in my heritage. I don't know nothing about it. Don't ask me to speak Spanish. But like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make it up and then belittle
yeah,
it. That's
yeah,
so
right.
dramatic.
Yeah. I don't know. Gina, yeah, it was back to that whole thing. That's why Kiki wanted Gina there, 'cause she wanted to give Gina that information. And Kiki said that she wanted to see how Gina was going to respond, and it would let Kiki know if Gina was lying or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you have more to say about that?
No,
Like,
that was it. Yeah, no.
I listened to
It
that
pissed me
episode, and I
off.
will say it's just weird because Kiki swears to. So Kiki is saying that Katie did tell her the naked wasted story, and she's like, I don't know why Katie's lying on it. Like, she gave it to me, and Kiki's a credible, like, she's credible in the industry that she's in, if that makes sense. And then Katie is like, I literally have owned up to everything. She's like, I'm not gonna take that one. She's like, I didn't say that to Kiki. So they're both saying that like they didn't say it, or and then I was listening to Diamonds in the Rough with Teddy and Erica Jane on my way to take the boys to school, and Teddy said that the naked wasted rumor, that who brought up to light, or I guess who brought it up this season, now that I think about it. It was no, Tamara brought it to light, now that I think about it. She brought it to light on camera.
Right.
But Teddy said that this rumor has been going around for years, and she says she finds it hard to believe that Kiki just found out about it through Katie. And Erica was like, "So are you saying that Kiki's known about this?" And she goes, "Yes." And
Okay,
she
I
goes,
believe that though because
"I believe that
I was
too. I
I was
believe Katie."
thinking I do believe Katie. I was thinking though that since this did happen so long ago, and then Gretchen is saying like she did go to the hospital, she didn't go to the hospital, like whatever, whatever, this cannot be the first time she's talked about this.
Oh, yeah. I
You
mean,
know what
just
I'm
always in
saying?
the
So like
past.
this has, first of all, there's like 150 people that have either been or filmed with or been associated with Real Housewives of OC, and
Hmm.
there's like not that many more of them to cast on the show, just to be honest. Like we're running
Yeah.
out of people at this point. Which is probably why Tamara keeps bringing Joe back. She's like, come on, let's just recycle.
She's like, why, Tamara? Why are you bringing this woman? Like, you say you're trying to be better, you're going to therapy, you're working on yourself, and then you're bringing the ex around the woman that you were trying to supposedly move things forward with. It just doesn't make it make sense.
Right.
And I feel like this also leads me to just kind of, it makes me think about the shows for Bravo moving forward. Do you feel like the Housewife franchise can keep going like this, where it's the same kind of storyline for every franchise, where everyone just tries to dig up dirt on each other, no one's friends, no one trusts each other. I just, does that make sense? Like, I just
Mhm.
sometimes wonder where the future of the Housewives go from here.
I wish
Because,
that they would do it as like a real group of friends, as in women who actually know each other and actually hang out, not just like I've known her name for 10 years.
hmm
Like they're
hmm
actual friends, they've gone on vacation, they go to parties, like you know what
hmm
I mean? They go to each other's houses, their kids are friends. Like
hmm
I want to see that group of women who is on a show.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me, I feel like each season for every franchise, I'm just tired of the same kind of storyline. You know what I mean? Where it's just
Mhm.
the same thing. And I mean, I'm still watching,
Mm,
but
me too.
it just gets old. It's getting old. You know what I mean? I feel like because social media is just everywhere, it's just not the same. I don't know
Mm.
if that
I
makes
really
sense.
don't like the social media aspect of it, which is why like watching the show and then they're like, "Oh yeah, because I saw that you said this on social media and
Hmm.
you said this in an interview." Like I wish they weren't allowed to talk to media, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I wish so too, but it's just so hard now because it's everywhere and everyone's talking to everyone, Like, it's hard. It really is hard. But I, Kiki did apologize in that interview. She basically says that she owes Katie an apology for taking that conversation and taking it to a source that she knew wouldn't say anything, and that person did go say something, and that person went to go tell Tamara. And she's like, and I never gave Katie a heads up. And she's like, and for that, I do apologize. And I'm like, Kiki, this is
I
all your
think
fault.
that Kiki should have filmed with Katie. I don't think she should have, or Katie and Gretchen. I don't think she should have filmed without Katie.
I'm,
Um, that's my
yeah.
personal opinion. Um, I mean, and then also, just in general, Gretchen just irritates me because she just,
Gretchen's a liar. She's been caught on
yeah.
camera lying, and then she's gonna swear because she believes in God that she's not a liar.
And she always says she never remembers. Like, even when Tamara called her out this episode when they were at the beach
Hmm.
picnic, and she's like, well, you said to me that you went to the hospital. And she's like, I don't
I
remember.
misspoke. No, she goes, I misspoke. If I said that, I misspoke. So what? So you're allowed to misspeak, but then Katie can't?
Right. Then that
Oh,
part is frustrating too. You know who really irritates me though? Is Jen.
Jen, she is so.
Jen irritates me because she's just so like she's just such a follower.
Such a
Such
follower,
a
like
follower.
grow a pair of balls, get a backbone, and literally stand up. Like this was your friend, or maybe she was never
Right.
her friend. But it's like Katie rode for Jen last season when like Jen was getting ripped a new one. Katie was defending her. But I think it just also shows Katie that you just can't trust anybody. You just can't. You
I
just can't,
know
and especially in this
Jen
world.
heard that Gretchen information. If Katie heard it, Jen heard it. And
Yeah,
yeah.
literally. Yeah. Because why is Slade calling Ryan and Matt 17 times, 911, getting the three guys on a phone, like to come up with a game plan? That's
But
really
like
weird.
honestly, why would Katie make that up? Why would Katie say Tamra roofied Gretchen 17 years ago and Gretchen went to the hospital? She doesn't she's just meeting Gretchen.
Hmm.
She has issues with more than just Tamra. And it doesn't do anything. She wasn't around at that time. So how could, and then why would she make up a rumor about Gretchen that Gretchen would easily come back and be like, yeah, no, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like
It's
that doesn't
they
make sense.
needed a storyline. They needed to make it messy, but the audience is too smart. We're like they're trying to they think we're not going to catch on, but it's like no, we're catching on and this is annoying actually. I feel like it's so like I don't know. I feel like they're playing us stupid almost. Where it's like we see right through that. And that's why I'm so irritated this season because Emily and Gina swearing that like the lie detector people were like legit and like how dare Katie question us? And it's like, you guys really you really think the audience is that dumb? Like the fans, loyal fans, like we can see right through that. And to me, it doesn't make the show enjoyable anymore.
Hmm.
I truly feel like OC needs a pause and like a whole recast shakeup. Like I just, yeah,
So how do you feel about Tamra and Gretchen making up?
it's,
Making up.
it's, I'm gonna say it again and again until the season's over. I'm so over the BS. Like it's so fake. They're not friends. They're doing it just for TV. They hate each other's guts. And there's too much hurt between the two of them. You know what I mean? That they're not gonna move past this. It's all for show. And like I hate that. I really, really do hate that. I'm honestly so over it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
The same. It's crap. I really do think Tamra is like, let's just be done and move on.
Yes.
Um, but she's just such like a fighter for no reason that like if
Hmm.
Gretchen breathes at her wrong, she's gonna attack.
That's the problem with Tamara, where she's so easily to move on and be like, I forget, like, we're good, like, don't worry, like, let's move on to the next thing. But then 2 weeks later, this is where I do give Jen credit because I do believe she's right in this only here, where she's like, you'll say you're sorry, but then 2 weeks later, you go and attack me for no reason. And like, I feel like Tamara can't understand that. Like, if you
Mhm.
say sorry 5 times, by the sixth, seventh time, your actions have to be better. Because if they're
Yeah.
not better, how are you? Why would people want to be around you? And like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? But it's weird because she only does it during the show. Because in real life, everyone's like, she's super sweet, she's level-headed, she's reasonable. It's like, then why do you act like this on camera?
And
I don't know.
she's probably just trying to like protect her reputation. Or like, when people come out with lies, she wants to immediately be like, no, that's not true. See, like, I'm kind of like the opposite. I feel like the crazier you are, or like the more you do to me, the more I just like sit down. Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna match your energy. I'm not even gonna try.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the more that happens, the more I'll pull back. Now, if you just do one thing or say one thing, I'll probably like go crazy. But if it
Mm-hmm.
keeps happening, I'm just gonna sit here and stare at you. I will literally just sit and stare at you. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's
I
with
can.
those all the headlines.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
let's talk. Can we
Oh,
talk a little bit though about Emily and her parenting issue? Like,
oh, okay. Let's talk about it.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe she's exaggerating the problem a little bit.
That's what a lot of fans actually did speculate that that she was using her son for a storyline and that it's not as bad as she plays it out to be. I I don't know. When I'm watching it, like my heart does break for her. But you think she's exaggerating a little bit?
I'm sure it's difficult, and I'm sure what she's saying is happening as far as like he's regressing and
Hmm.
has like issues with food and things like that. But I think some of it is just he's being needy and obnoxious, which children tend to do frequently.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I never want to be on Shane's side, but right now I feel like
I like Shane. I think he's actually
I
quite.
just never want to choose a man's side over a woman.
Oh,
And
okay.
right now, I hate when women make me choose the man.
I right. I know. I feel like I'm always like, oh no, the woman's always gonna be right, and then when she lets you down, you're like, how could
I
you?
know. Don't make me side
Um,
with a man.
I I can see both sides from how they're parenting, if I'm being honest. As I'm watching it, I think my heart breaks for both of them as parents because I feel like I know it's hard for Shane too, but he's just not as emotional as Emily is.
Hmm.
Um, so it's like, and he's more logical and reasonable, where he's like, let's just, there's a problem. Or no, he's like, there's no problem. We're just finding a way. We have to just find a way to navigate it. And she's so emotional about it, where it's just weird. Like looking at their situation, I feel, I just feel like for both, if that makes sense. But I do like Shane. I think he's funny.
Okay.
I think he's funny, and she's like always hovering over him, and I'm just like, how did
Hovering.
just like I don't know. I was like, how did that happen? Like, I just don't understand, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that is,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I do hope that their son does get better. I think they've said that he's been a lot better. Um, but yeah. Okay. Do we have time
Okay.
to talk about the unknown number?
I have time. I forgot all about that. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes. Okay. So my husband and I, we watched it because you were like, "Oh, you should check it out. It's blah blah blah. It's interesting." You didn't say it was good. I don't think you said that, but you're like, "Oh yeah, you blah blah."
It's hard to
Well,
describe without like giving it away.
it was disappointing, and we went to bed so upset because we felt like that mother deserved a lot more time in prison, or
For
as if
sure.
or if you get out, like literally put her in a mental institute because how?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. I was very confused by it. She said she sent all the messages except the first two. I was like, not the first two.
No, my favorite is at the end when she's like, well, everyone lies and everyone
Mm,
commits crimes. Everyone has committed a crime. What? Do you see that? Why is
yeah.
it giving me a thumbs up? That's
I
weird.
don't know.
And like everyone drinks and drives. And I literally was like, is that how you're rationalizing in your head that what you did was okay to your daughter? To
Yeah.
your daughter, to her boyfriend who's a minor, to all the kids she was letting them take the blame on, to the girlfriend who he ended up having a new girlfriend and she was reaching out to the parents, all the parents that she put, her husband,
Right.
everyone lies. So it's okay.
I'm I'm still, and I told you this the other day, I'm still stuck on how did she fake having two jobs?
I
Like, where
know.
was the money coming from? Because I guarantee you, okay? So, I do content full time, right?
Mhm.
So, my husband's always like, oh, well, like, how many contracts do you have this month? And, like, what's the projected income? And da da
Mhm.
da da da
Mhm.
da. It's like we talk about our finances. But even if our finances were completely separate, like, I know a lot of couples have completely separate
Mhm.
finances, you should be able to afford certain things and like certain bills should be getting paid. There should be a certain amount in your savings. Like,
Mhm.
how do you fake two whole jobs for, he said, he was like, you've been lying to me for 6 months to a year. Girl, where was the money coming from?
I don't know. I mean, so Bobby and we keep our finances separate, but it's like we would know if something's not getting paid or you talk about it.
Right.
Like, how did she do it for a whole year?
That's what I'm saying. Like, were you a prostitute? Were you
Was she
selling
getting
drugs?
income? Yeah, from where? And like, it just, it's like, was he that dumb to not know what was going on? Like,
That's what
you
I'm
really get
saying.
up and go to work and then you come home, like, all right, cool, go back to bed. And like, you know,
Very strange. Very strange. Yeah, I that was so weird. And the fact that like the whole time you're watching the whole thing, she's just like, it was so sad. And like we're trying to figure out who is this and what's going on. And then da, 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 da. And she never explained. She never explained why she did it. She's just like, I don't know. I was R word when I was 17. And like, ma'am, that is not an
Yeah.
excuse. Like,
Yeah. I
sorry.
think I think we texted. Did you? Because I do think she had some sort of obsession with her daughter's boyfriend. Did you think so?
Absolutely. And I definitely think she should have gone to jail for something to a minor. I don't know, but
Right? I'm just
this
like,
is more than
how?
cyber stalking. Like she was doing this to a minor, and not even just that she was cyber stalking a minor, she was sending sexually explicit messages to a
Yes.
minor. Like that's in freaking sane to me. Like that if you have the nerve and
Hmm.
the thought to say those things to a minor, I feel like you should automatically be considered a pedophile. Because,
I
like,
mean, okay, thank you. Thank you. Because I just felt like, how was this her only punishment?
you
She gets
know,
out.
do you know in North Carolina, I don't know about the rest of the country, but in North Carolina, if you are nude in public, like if you
Hmm.
go streaking or if you're like skinny dipping or
Hmm.
whatever, you have to register as a sex offender.
Yeah, it's like that here in California. I don't know exactly for like in what context, but you can't do that. You can't
You,
do that here in
right.
California.
So, therefore, I feel like if you are sending sexual messages to a minor, why would you not be registered as a sex offender?
Yes. Yes. Like, okay, thank you. Okay, because I literally was like, how is she still out here? She gets to come out. She has to go to the documentary and acts like somehow she's a victim in all of this. I feel like she thinks she's a victim of her own doing.
Yeah,
Does
and
that
she was just talking about, she's like, it was so difficult, a hard time for all of us. Girl, what? Like, at any
it
point, you could have not done that.
and like what would have happened if your daughter or the kid would have harmed themselves? Because that boy, he could have harmed himself too. He started
Mhm.
to doubt himself. He started to feel really like bad. It's messed with him, and that's okay because
So,
we all commit crimes, Morgan. We all lie.
do.
We all
But
drink and drive.
there's a theory going around, I don't know if you've seen it, that says that the daughter and the mom were in on it together. That the daughter
I
was sending the messages. She started
the
sending
daughter and the
messages.
dad, you mean, right?
No, well, I've seen the dad, but they say the daughter and the mom were in on it together. They were sending the messages to each other, or that the daughter knew the mom was sending the messages because she was sending messages that repeated a lot of conversation that the daughter and her friends had. So it was like,
Hmm.
how would she know unless the daughter told her? And I was like, well, my daughter tells me basically everything that goes on.
Hmm.
So maybe Lauren was telling her mom everything that was going on. That doesn't mean that they're like Batman and Robin on these cyber stalking messages, you know?
Do you really think that little girl was like, as a 13-year-old girl, she was in on that? I don't think so. And like my heart did break for her because I feel like you see how hurt and like almost numb she is to the whole thing. Like I can't even imagine how that affects her like moving forward. I mean, I really
Right.
do hope it doesn't. I really hope that with like therapy it does help. But it was just I went to bed just so upset thinking, how does a mother do that to their own child?
You're like, why
How?
would Morgan tell me to watch this?
And Bobby was just like, this was so stupid. He goes, oh my God, this is what we went to bed watching.
I'm
And I was
sorry.
literally, I dreamt about it that night. I was so angry,
Oh my
Morgan.
God.
I dreamt about it. I was like, I woke up thinking like, no, this woman needs to die. Just, it was like she needs more time in jail.
No, for sure. For sure.
She
She
needs to
did.
seek help.
She got like 18, 19 months, something stupid. It was less than
But
2 years.
it, and like, guys, just so you guys know, I really don't think she needs to like the D word. She doesn't need to, do
I know
all
what
that.
you meant. You were being sarcastic.
But like I'm like, how do you do that as a mother to your child? Like that's just you are sick in the head all the way, you know? Um, but and then we watched a documentary the next night. I don't know what it's called. It's like the American Wedding. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a
Heard of it.
it's like an Irish man who his wife dies and he has two little kids and he ends up marrying a girl from Tennessee. And you haven't seen that? And then
Mm-mm.
her and her dad end up killing her husband. You haven't seen that? Well, that was also a big waste. And I was like, I don't like documentaries if I don't feel like the people who commit the crime actually get the punishment they deserve. I'm sorry. Um, I like happy endings, and if you're not gonna give me that happy ending,
Well, most documentaries are not a happy
I
ending.
I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch
They are
it.
real stories of
Well,
people
I want to
hurting.
be delusional. I still want to stay delusional in my own world and my own problems up here, and like not hear about the real world problems out there.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
I know. So, but we can wrap up for today. And thank you guys for tuning in. What are your guys' thoughts on OC? We didn't talk about Miami, but Miami, there was nothing that really happened.
Oh,
Or on the documentaries, if you guys are watching, if you have some good ones for us to check out, let us know. But thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, save, subscribe, leave a comment, share.
follow us on all the things, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Love Threads. It's so good lately. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Okay,
Alrighty.
bye.
Bye.